100%. Just because when you're 25 and you're doing 120 pound dumbbell shoulder press, and now doesn't mean you have to do that at 45. And I think what ends up happening is you learn to train smarter, not harder as you get older. So, and for those that don't, tend to really get hurt. And I think you're going to get better mind-muscle connection by being able to create time under tension and be able to get those workouts and get that muscle to fire that you did have. Or even if you're trying to be your all-time best, it's just a matter of making sure that you create more time under tension, get that better mind-muscle connection, and make sure that you're going to know which exercises you're really feeling versus I remember back in the day, a perfect exercise that I think was a utter waste of time for most was the super heavy upright row, right? I think the super heavy upright row is a great way to tear your shoulders apart, and you can definitely work around that. And not that upright rows are bad. It's just that I know back in the day, we all used to do them. We used to go super heavy upright rows. And the other one was a flat barbell bench that I always tell athletes, as well as just whether you're a professional athlete or amateur athlete, you have to really be careful. And those are exercises that you might have been able to do at 25, but you can't go and do 315 because your likelihood of a pec tear goes up exponentially. So you have to be really, really careful. And I know there's going to be people in here and be like, oh, I love bench press. I don't know what Hany's talking about. Well, keep benching the way you did when you're 25 and you'll know what I'm talking about. You're going to end up, especially with any exercise that's going to possibly tear your pec, it'll be flat barbell press. So you have to be really careful of that. So your weight training has to change. So then you might be hit dumbbells. Maybe you're doing drop sets. Maybe you're doing things to help increase intensity without the use of weight that you did when you were in your 20s. So those things have to change. So if your hips are different, you're not going to go and start, squatting 5 plates if you did back in the day when you're in your 20s. And now you'll focus more on your form, getting a little bit deeper. Because I guarantee you probably weren't doing the Hany Chopin ass to the grass, doing that. Yeah, doing those squats, because most people don't do them at that weight, and if you did do 4 or 5 plates, it was because you were doing half reps and you just didn't realize it because you weren't watching yourself. And so now go 2 plates, 2.5 plates, maybe work up to 3 plates and go all the way down, and you'll get much more out of it. So you should focus on those, your technique, your form, your biomechanics as you get older, because the weights are going to create more risk of injury.